So I think it's good to split a little bit apart what a blockchain can provide. There is like a technology aspect there. For us, it is a lot about third-party development. We have a lot of that already happening around our original game, EVE Online, and there we use an API, but a smart contract blockchain is actually quite a good way to organize sort of decentralized development. Then I think it's important to understand what the core of the innovation is. And it's really about the business model of the game. It really is a business model innovation. And I want to disconnect business model and monetization because it's often intertwined. So when you think about what really a blockchain and a blockchain decentralized ecosystem can provide, it is more inclusive in including people that are playing the experience and contributing to the experience to be a part of the business model. We see that a lot around our game EVE Online. There's a lot of, a big part of the experience is organized by players themselves. They're running corporations, alliances, they're streaming, helping new players. There's a lot of services and frankly, it's a big part of the experience what the players provide. But it's quite clumsy to include that into the business model of the game in a Web 2 sense. So I think the real innovation is a business model innovation to better include everyone that is contributing to the experience itself to be a part of the business model of the experience. So yeah, we announced earlier this year that we've raised $40 million to create this new experience that we have been working on. We actually announced about 18 months ago at our fan event in Iceland that we're going to have a team exploring this. So, I mean, all in all, we're almost 2 years into this exploration. And the team has achieved a lot. And obviously it's also grown a lot. We now have a very sizable team that is working on this. It was important to us to finance this separately so that we're not using revenue for EVE Online to finance this. That mainly goes into improving EVE Online. And right now we have built out 2 very robust kind of prototypes of the experience, which we have had a few thousand people play. So, and we're gearing up for another big playtest in an internal sense at the end of the year. So already what we have, we're really happy with. The team has done a great job. And we're also getting amazing amount of good feedback from the people we have playtesting these experiences. I think massively multiplayer online games, which have a high degree of persistency to them, are a great fit for blockchains. Already experiences which are like that, they have to contend with a lot of complicated economy dynamics, because when your world is persistent, then your world is mainly built by the players themselves. And that is kind of where the economy of the experience emerges from. So I believe those kind of experiences are very adjacent to blockchains. In fact, I think Vitalik has explained how Ethereum came as a consequence of him playing an MMO. So I think him and I agree that massively multiplayer online games with persistency are a great fit. So I think when it comes to transaction throughput, there are many tactics from games that are very useful to do that. Games usually have an unfair advantage in understanding the topology of interaction. Because I know, for example, in EVE Online, if I'm in one solar system, then what happens in another solar system is not important to me in this solar system. And that is because of the topology of the world. The world knows about how things are going to interact. This maps well onto many blockchain solutions, be they sharding, be they L3 to 2 to 1 to 0 roll-up strategies. So games already have many techniques to understand causality relationships between transactions because they have an unfair advantage in understanding the topology of the world. So there are many scalable techniques that games have been using for decades. We use a lot of these techniques in EVE Online that are helpful to solve transaction throughput in blockchains overall. It's hard to predict what goes mainstream. And I don't think it is a technology question, really. It really ultimately is this a good game or not? So any good game that is released and catches fire and becomes mainstream is usually about the experience you provided, not really about the technology you're using to do it. So if great games are shipped next year and they use blockchain technology, it will go mainstream. But it's going to be about the experience, not really about the tech.